Hello, everyone. It looks like we are live, going without an intro today, just to mix it up a little bit. I was prepping to do another video, some big updates in the Scientology litigation against one of the many civil lawsuits against Tom Cruise's best friend, the tiny leader of Scientology, known as David Miscavige. But that video is going to require me to do a little bit more preparation, and I figured I would do something a little shorter, a little lighter, a little more fun this afternoon. And that is showing you guys the H3H3 podcast. That is Ethan Klein and his wife, Ela. I think she just gave birth a few weeks ago, so she's not on the podcast right now. But yesterday, they once again gave a really nice shout out to the Scientology protesters. And I wanted to share that with you. I love highlighting when this stuff gets picked up by some of the bigger creators on YouTube, and the H3H3 podcast and Ethan Klein are definitely one of the biggest creators, one of the biggest shows on YouTube. So first, let me say a quick hello to my moderators. I see Lydia Von Stretchclaw is here. A quick hello to some of the channel members. Hello, Anna. Hello, oh, hell no. And hello, Miss Kim. Hello to Sharon, Mr. Mertman. And let's see who else is popping up here. Hello, Arta A. Hello, Audrey. Hello, Lovey Cats. And hello, Tommy C's Cat. And I guess that's as much of the hellos as we're going to get for right now. So check it out, guys. This is the H3. Well, it's the H3 podcast. Why do I call it the H3H3 podcast? I don't know. I've always called it the H3H3 podcast. Ethan himself is a bit of a controversial figure. I don't know. It's worked out well for him. He's I don't know, in some ways, and this isn't a great analogy, in some ways, he's a little bit like the Howard Stern of YouTube. I can think of a lot of ways in which that analogy does not work, but there's also a lot of ways in which that analogy does work. Big channel, big podcast, almost 3 million subscribers, very popular with the younger generation. And that's honestly one of the things that I love, is the idea of these Scientology protests and Scientology activism in general becoming more and more of a thing, more of an item of interest for the younger generation. I mean, that is really kind of long-term what is going to prevent Scientology from being able to recruit new members, is having an entire generation of people who know exactly what kind of a con and what kind of a scam Scientology is, and having a scenario where, like, some people's favorite YouTube channels are channels specifically dedicated to protesting Scientology, and having those channels getting shout outs from some of the biggest channels and creators and shows on YouTube. I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's something I get really excited about. Okay, so how this came up yesterday is there seems to be another YouTube channel that's kind of like maybe a regular guest of the H3 podcast. And that is this person, Linda the Ghost Hunter. Well, Linda the Ghost Hunter showed up at the Scientology protest outside of La Poubelle. And that was kind of the entry point for H3 doing a little bit about this. You're going to see Ethan give Scientology Audit Streets LA specifically a shout out. And let me just show this to you guys. Check this out.
Thank you. Linda the Ghost Hunter makes an appearance at a Scientology protest by friends of the show Streets of LA, who makes videos harassing those guys. I wonder, which side is Linda on? I actually don't know. Which is she on the Scientology side or the Truth and Justice side? Let's see.
I like that framing there. On one side is Scientology. On the other side is Truth and Justice. Gotta love it.
Okay, I've been thinking about everything you said to me.
Okay.
You're 100% right.
What?
You're 100% right.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you for doing this and standing up for the right thing.
Oh, Linda, of course she's on the
Guys, if you can't hear it, she said, "Thank you for doing this and standing up for the right thing."
right side of things.
Linda.
Of course. And you know what? Scientology, they could try to bring her in with all the spirit talk and stuff, but she knows.
Check that real quick.
It's true. If Linda is a ghost hunter, then Scientology could kind of bring her in with all the spirit stuff, because all of Scientology's talk about thetans and body thetans and thetan clusters. Scientologists do believe in ghosts. It's just that they believe ghosts are just thetans who kind of have nowhere to go and nothing to do, or stuck in some sort of an incident. They don't realize that they've quote unquote dropped their body. They're still running around thinking they're doing something, not understanding what's going on. So, if you're a ghost hunter, there might be some appealing aspects of Scientology. Now, there's something that's about to happen here on the podcast that I thought was very interesting, because I know that you viewers out there hear the way we, those of us who do videos about these subjects. I know that you guys notice how we will dance around certain language and certain words, trying to prevent YouTube from throttling or suppressing or demonetizing a video, which those things usually go hand in hand. When YouTube demonetizes a video, they also usually throttle it and stop pushing it out and stop recommending the video. You will notice there is a flyer attached to that flagpole that has the R word on it. Now you might go, why are you saying the R word? For the exact same reason that you're going to see Ethan about to go, uh-oh. Let me just show this to you. Let's watch this play out here.
Quick, bring her in with all the spirit talk and stuff, but she knows.
Check that real quick, Discord.
Why is she holding that? Or is it on the post?
They're talking about the paper that's on the post. Someone thought that for a second, maybe she was holding a protest sign that had the R word on it. They're realizing it's just on the post, but see what happens here anyway.
Just fast forward. Did we button it?
No.
Or was it shown? Okay, whatever.
Do you see, guys? He's one of the biggest creators on YouTube, one of them. And even he is worried about the fact that someone else's video that he's playing in the middle of his podcast that just happens to have a piece of paper on a telephone pole that has the R word on it. You can tell they are worried that this whole video is now going to get demonetized and throttled. The fact is, in my experience, after you're several minutes into a video, you can use those words. You can show those words as long as they're in an appropriate context, and it's not like, using it every sentence without a problem. But I really thought it was a little instructive for you guys who think that we are way too careful about this. Even one of the biggest channels on YouTube was worried about the exact same thing, just for a piece of paper with a word appearing in the background. It's crazy. Okay, now they do keep going on this for just a little bit more, so let's take a listen.
So anyway, let me listen to the audio.
Everything you said to me.
Okay.
100% right.
What?
You're 100% right.
What?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
No, thank you for doing this and standing up for the right thing.
You're welcome.
So when Jacqueline was away, Jacqueline, Jacqueline, the original owner of this farm,
Yes.
she never stood for any of this.
Yeah.
Your daughter's fucked up.
Yeah.
And so thank you for speaking against it.
Awesome.
They got videotaping.
Great. We love you, Linda. Her thetans told her that she's got the real thetans. She's the real thetan keeper. Waddles Jr.
Okay, now hold on. I could have sworn he had given a shout out to DOA, and if I missed it, I missed it. But I do want to find it. So give me just one little second here, guys. Wait, did I say DOA? I meant streets, but I'm going to show you both.
Thank you. Linda the Ghost Hunter makes an appearance at a Scientology protest by friends of the show Streets of LA.
Boom.
Who makes videos harassing those guys.
Okay, that's that's fine. That's what I wanted to show you. So for anyone who is not yet familiar with Scientology Audit, Streets LA, please check his channel out. He's really the one who got all of the in-person Scientology protests, these live streaming protests started. Streets is the one who got that whole ball rolling. And, about 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. H3 actually did an entire hour-long segment dedicated to highlighting Streets LA's protests and other similar related videos. And people have told me that Ethan actually had Streets on, and I've been looking for that. I've not been able to find any time when Ethan actually interviewed Streets, but I would love to see that if he did. So if that's out there, guys, can someone email me a link at growingupinscientology@gmail.com? And, you know, because that live stream that Ethan showed had DOA's van right there, I've got to give DOA a shout out as well. DOA has really been a very important presence at these protests. He's out there every single day. He's out there every single night. He's gone to multiple cities. The poor guy gets swatted about once a week. Oh, for you extremely helpful viewers out there, if anybody can take the time to put a compilation together of all of the times Streets a DOA has been swatted, I actually want to do a video about it. And when I say put together a compilation, I don't mean edit it together. I mean, if anyone can be troubled to take the time to send me links to the videos and the timestamps of every single time DOA has been swatted. I swear to God, it's been 6 or 7 times now. I want to do something with that. So I would greatly appreciate it. I would consider it a big favor. Funny Hat Blue says, hello, Aaron. Have a nice day. Hello to you too, Funny Hat Blue. First time I'm seeing you in here. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the super chat. Let's see, guys. Anything else on this? No, this was just an excuse for a fun short video highlighting H3, highlighting the Scientology protests. All right, guys, stay tuned later today for an update on the lawsuits against Tom Cruise's best friend, David Miscavige. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, as always, to everyone who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here.